I just watched Mr. Beast's new video about him going to the pyramids, and he keeps bringing up the theory that aliens built the pyramids. And everything I'm about to say in this video has been on my mind so strongly to the point where me and my therapist talked about this for a full hour. And it's basically the notion that there is still a huge group of white people that have the subconscious thought that there is nothing any POC group could do that could be better than what a white person can do. And a huge example of that is literally the alien theory, that the aliens built the pyramids, that the aliens built Machu Picchu. And me and my boyfriend are watching this video, and he was like, yes, you need to make a TikTok about it, because he has studied history his entire life. He's a scientist, full-time archaeologist, and even he is like, for this, you have to blame the white people that literally started all of these big theories, made them mainstream, using their pseudo archaeology, using all of these theories for views. And it further just emphasizes this same fucking notion that just because something is more elaborate and great and way better than what the Western world has created, that it has to be fake. There has to be some crazy creature that came down and do it, because brown people wouldn't be able to fucking do it. And this literally shows up in everyday life without people even realizing. This same thing shows up in every little social structure of our life. It is the same thing when, like, I'm going out with my boyfriend and be like, why is he with you? And it's just because I have brown skin. It's the exact same thing as Elon Musk freaking saying only white South Africans should come to America and become successful. Like, why not black? Like there is genuinely such a underlying strong belief, and I feel like people genuinely don't even know they think like this. Like, I've heard, like, just people say as a joke, like, oh, the aliens definitely made the pyramids. Do you know what that belief comes from? Like,
hello, this is the Pink Town Red podcast, where we summarize the news. My name is Chance, and it is Monday. China seems to be flooding our markets with harmful, addictive vapes. Who would have guessed? Trump calls for states to crack down on this behavior. Trump also doubling down on the ownership of Gaza. Egypt holds special counsel to combat Trump's actions. The penny will be a thing of the past after Elon and Doge unveil how wasteful keeping the outdated currency in circulation. USAID anonymous employee claims to be psychologically frightened after Musk claims organization to be a viper nest of radical left Marxists who hate America. An 11-year-old French girl was found dead in the woods near her school with multiple stab wounds. In this episode of Who Do You Think Stabbed a Girl in Europe, we have a real nail biter. Who do you think? Do you have any guesses? Speaking of radical Muslims, Hamas, or now known as Hummus, decides to hold off on returning hostages due to ceasefire violations they claim committed by Israel. To all of the anti-Israel people out there, every country does good things and bad things, but it seems like there's underdwellings on the left and the right of people that are anti-Israel. But if you just look at Israel's neighbors who kicked all the Jews or Israelis out of their countries, like, for instance, Iran, who attempted to kill our president, who funds Hamas, who in public office they chant death to America, and they seek nothing but our demise and Israel's demise. I don't know, just food for thought. Instead of just hating Jews all the time because they're smarter than you, maybe stop taking TRT and grow some of your own balls. I don't know. You ever notice that the people on synthetic hormones are always crazy? Like, not just on the right or the left, but it's like on the left, they're on, like, hormones that, either block your hormones or make you into a male or make you into a female. And then on the far right, we got people taking TRT. They're one of the same coin. Some financial news. Palantir is up. A&D is up. GameStop is surging this morning. That's interesting. Nvidia up and Apple's up. McDonald's sales are down after a major E. coli breakout. So if you're an everyday eater of McDonald's, like me, I don't eat it every day, but I eat it quite a bit. I hope I didn't get that. Let's see. Many residents affected by the LA fire plan to move in latest reports. Okay, so that means they're going to be moving here. Maybe could help our economy, or I don't know. S&P down, Dow Jones and NASDAQ are all up. Some local news. Plane crash in Shafter. No one died and 2 survivors. And they survived, but they rejected medical care. They're like, no, we got to pay for this plane. Sir, you have no legs. No, don't move. You have no legs. No, I'm fine. Get the ambulance out of here. I can't afford that. Weather is nice. Weather is nice in town right before the storm supposedly coming on Wednesday. A rainstorm. We need it. Elon Musk throws a little shade at Bakersfield, saying that if Batman was created in New York, it would be like the Nolan brothers. And if it were created with actors from, Bakersfield, it wouldn't be as good. And same goes for teaching. I think what he was referring to is like the population of people, but he mentioned Bakersfield as being the sucky part of that, which sucks. But hey, have New York challenge us to who can consume the most amount of meth, and then we'll see who the best is. Huh? A bit of history, being that it is President Lincoln's birthday on Wednesday, we find it fitting to maybe cover a few historical stories from Lincoln's childhood and presidency. Lincoln was born in 1809 to a poor family in Hodgeville, Kentucky. His lineage hails from England. Lincoln's migrated to America in 1638 to Massachusetts. Can't say it. And later moved to Kentucky. Abraham did not attend public school or go to college at all, but his stepmother did report that he loved reading and studying history. In 1842, a young Abraham publicly criticized a state auditor by the name of James Shields by writing a piece in the newspaper about his romantic life. Abraham did not agree with Shields' assessment of how the Illinois bank had flopped. He wanted to keep it open. Shields later received news about this criticism and challenged Lincoln to a duel. It being that Shields was the challenger, Lincoln was able to choose the weapon. He didn't want to kill Shields, so instead he chose blades. He figured he could disarm Shields, being that he is 6'4" and Shields was only 5'9". They both showed up for the duel at Bloody Island. Oh wow, I thought it was a Bloody Island. No, it's the place called Bloody Island in Missouri. They showed up at Bloody Island in Missouri to face off. It was victory or death. Abraham threw the first blow, but hitting a tree before they could continue, Shields submitted in defeat. They later resolved their feud when they found themselves on the same side in the Civil War. Now, I have a few questions. What happened to duels? Why did we stop doing them? And how can we bring them back? This is the Paint the Town Red podcast. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.